Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again for this another episode of my intermediate series. Gonna do something that I came up with. My wife bought these little tablecloths here, and it made me start looking at it, and I could see it's got little like sparkly colors in it, like little stars that are on there. I don't know if you can see those or whatever, but I thought that I would do one of my intermediate series paintings by trying to copy something similar to this. Alright, so what I've got is I've picked out some Halloween colors. I'm going to do a kind of like a ring pour for my base, and then I'm going to wreck it by pulling my lines out to give it that like spider web look. Now, I'm also going on top of that, I want to incorporate those same kind of colors that I saw in those stars in here, but I didn't really want to just like speckle it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a swipe over top of it to try to give it a little bit more color. And I'm using some Halloween colors, I guess, that were in that placemat. So I've got some crimson, Master's Touch, orange from Master's Touch, bright green, and I also have violet. All right. My base colors are Artists Loft white and black. And for my swipe, I'm using Amsterdam Titanium white. Alright, so I have got my canvas down here. I'm going to bring you down so you can see what I got going on. Alright. So my two base colors, what I'm going to do is I am going to actually move this to the side for a second. I am going to layer them in my cup here. So back and forth. Start off with black, then I'll go to white. A little more black than white because I want that spider web kind of look. Keep layering it. So as you can see, I got my layers. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Let me get my mess cleaned up here, and then I will bring my bin back over here because I don't want to set my bin down in these puddles of paint, because then if I move it again, I will just be transferring that paint onto whatever I'm setting it down on. Alright. And I'm cheap. All this is right here is a shower curtain. So I don't want to go out and spend $100 on a professional tarp or whatever covering it. This works just fine. Alright, so get my apron on here, and we are going to start. Now remember, whenever you do like ring pours, you always want to start from the side that you poured on. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to start right in the middle. Harley. Go lay down. Alright. I see another dog out the window. Alright. Now I'm going to get my there it is. My palette knife is what I'm trying to get. And I'm going to pull away from the center to try to give me that spider web look almost. Alright, so now we've got that part of it that is kind of wrecked, is what they call it. And I am going to stretch this out just a little bit. Okay. Alright. Try to get these lines straight again here. Alright. Now I've got my colors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little swath right there. And then we'll go to our red. Crimson, actually, sorry. Doesn't take a whole lot. But if you make these bands a little bit wider, you're going to get some more color out of it. And bigger blocks of color. Okay. Now I am going to get now I have run out of paper plates, so I'm going to be using our plastic plates. Don't tell my wife. She's not here, so by omission, that means it's perfectly okay. because she didn't tell me I can't. Is that how it goes? Alright. My swipe color is titanium white, and that's what I've got here that I'm going to be using for this. Okay. We're just going to gently set it on top. And then work it through. Get my torch. And basically what this does is when you have air bubbles in here, we're going to be popping those air bubbles. And this also warms the paint up so that the heavier paints become more fluidy and they are able to sink down a little bit faster, giving us more cells. Because what the differences of the pigments in the paints, heavier paints obviously will go down as long as it stays in its fluid form. It will want to sink, and the lighter pigment paints, which are lighter in weight, will actually float up, kind of like oil and water. All right. You can see just that little bit of the colors are really stretching across this canvas quite a bit. We don't want to lose all of our color, so I'm going to pull that back. Now I have lost all of my my spider web, but that's okay because this really turned out really cool. It almost looks like a spectral entity, kind of like coming in through tombstones. Come in for a little bit of a closer look here. Oh heck, I didn't even realize that you guys had such a glare on there. I'm sorry. See how I got some lacing over here. Bigger cells, the grays, the black and the white have become grays. All right. Well, this has been a wreck and swipe, basically, is what this is. So that is why it's falling under my intermediate, because it's additional steps. It's not as simple as just a ring pour. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not yet one of my subscribers, please consider doing so. I will have more videos out very shortly. And thanks for watching. Remember, pour on.